Okay, waiting for others to join, Kumil, Srishti, and then we'll start.
Okay, sir. So in that video which I removed on the Mac, so it's kind of 6 GB. Even after breaking it into 2 GB, I'm still unable to upload it to Telegram.
Sorry, which file? Oh, the video.
Yeah,
Okay.
the video. 6
Okay.
GB. I don't know how to do it. Or I'll get
Render
it to
it
your
to the.
house.
That's okay. We'll do it later. It's okay.
I know. Okay.
हमारे पर्सनल डिस्कशन के लिए तो अब जब भी हम मिलते हैं देख के मैं तभी फीडबैक दे दूंगा, राइट? एंड फॉर दीज गाइज इफ यू वांट टू शेयर इट विद दीज गाइज, उसको देखते हैं हम लोग थोड़ा बहुत ये कर लेंगे, उसमें कुछ एडिटिंग कर लेंगे एंड देन विल शेयर इट.
Okay. Anytime over the weekend you have availability for?
This weekend? हाँ, why not?
Okay.
Day after tomorrow, right?
Try coming tomorrow.
Day after tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow is also fine.
Yeah, tomorrow day after. Okay.
Next weekend I'll be out of Pune, and then I'll come next to next weekend. So I was hoping कि offline classes भी हो जाते इस week तो सही था, but no one has replied in the positive manner कि बहुत अच्छे से. So I think we'll have to wait for that. Or maybe if that is not working, I'll start online ही हम जो migration को भी cover कर लेंगे. But let's see how it goes. But for tomorrow, yes, I'm available at least for your interview वाला जो ये है. We'll see that.
Okay.
Okay, so while others are joining, few of them confirm that they'll be joining. Srishti, we can discuss your resume. Is that okay?
Yeah.
So resume looks good to me. Only few things wanted you to remove or change. Formatting and everything, it's up to you guys. Whatever you guys are, you know it better than maybe, I hope. So it's up to you. Role you want to write as your consultant, as your administrator, as your support engineer, whatever you want to write, it's up to you. Again, I have no issues with that.
Okay.
Date organization is fine. Project details, this is the portion which we'll be discussing. So management of Azure subscription and resources, fine. I hope you can speak on this. Implementation and management of storage solution, it's okay. I hope you can talk on this now. We have done storage many times. Deployment of virtual machines, I hope you know this. I mean, this should be the strongest point because we have been deploying many machines, right? So that should be fine. Configuration and management of virtual network. So this is about VNet and subnets, VNet pairing, वो सब इसमें आ जाएगा. Migration of on-premises workloads to Azure for multiple global client and multiple applications. This we will discuss when we do the migration wala topic. But if you're writing something like this, that for multiple clients, so make sure that when you start introducing yourself, how are you going to represent your work? That you're working for ICE Mortgage and it's a captive, you're working for ICE Mortgage infrastructure, or are you going to portray something like this, that you're working for ICE Mortgage and the ICE Mortgage is providing services to other companies and you're working for one of those clients? How are you planning to say this?
So I'll say I'm working for ICE Mortgage and like we are providing service for the clients.
Okay, right. Then it's suitable then, right? Because if you're talking about one particular application, then you cannot say multiple वगैरह बहुत सारी जगह से ये नहीं कर सकता. But if you're saying you have multiple clients, then you can say हाँ इस client के साथ ये कर रहे थे, other client के साथ इस पे. Hands-on experience with different migration strategies. Different migration strategies, again we will discuss when we talk about migration. These are the strategies we have in migration: rehosting, refactoring, repurchasing. तो इस सब को सीखना कुछ नहीं होता है. Rehosting we will do it, इसका practical करने वाले हम. The migration which we will do, that will be a rehosting. Replatforming, it's again similar to rehosting, छोटा मोटा change होता है. So let's say that we are going to do rehosting and replatforming. Repurchasing, what we have been doing, it is a repurchase. That there is a software, there is a machine, there is a server on your on premises, जिसका migration वगैरह इतना difficult है that you have simply decided to spin a new virtual machine on Azure और उसको shut down कर दो. That is what your repurchasing is. So this one we have done already. इसमें कुछ करना ही नहीं, आपको new machine बनानी है. बाकी जो on premises का server जो है उसका shut down, उसका decommissioning decommission. That is a term called server decommission. So decommissioning will be taken care by Windows team or Linux team respectively, जिसका भी server होगा. Refactoring is the complex thing, but you are not going to do that. You can say ये हम लोगों ने नहीं किया. Here you required each and every team, application team, architecture team, database team, पूरा application को rewrite किया जाता है यहाँ पर, right? So you can simply avoid this. This one we have already seen. These two we will do. Retire is something that you have decided कि कुछ करना ही नहीं है, ये application को ही बंद कर देना है हमको. So we are not neither going to cloud nor retaining it here. So it's a retire. Retaining, no changes as of now. Let's say that you decided something, but retain again. ये सब जो है ना architect level पे ही decide हो जाता है. ये कब decide होगा? No changes are required when I have some meetings with application owner. सब कुछ कर लिया, उसके बाद हमने इसको diagram दे दिया, costing वगैरह दे दी, and then he decides के नहीं यार इस पे इतना पैसा spend करने से अच्छा 6 महीने बाद तो ये application मैं बंद करने वाला हूँ. Right? Then he says, okay, no changes are required as of now. Either we will revisit after 6 months, right? So if I plan to continue with this application, then we might think of moving. Otherwise, I'm going to cancel this application after 6 months. So we will revisit. This could be because of budget. Most of the time it is because of the budget. But again, this will not even come to you. But just when you say that you have been working and when you use this word that you have hands-on experience with different migration strategies, and when you mention these 6 R's, so you should know what are those 6 R's.
Okay.
Azure network experience, VPN, express route. VPN हम लोगों ने किया, express route we saw, we did
Yes.
not do the practical. DNS we will do. Traffic manager, आज का topic हम traffic manager से ही शुरू करने वाले थे. That comes under load balancer. This is the traffic manager, so we'll discuss it. Traffic manager, load balancer. So this we are going to start these topics today. Responsible for system and application performance monitoring. I hope by now you know what is performance monitor. How would you do this? So if you open a virtual machine here. And let me see who else is there. Okay, no one has joined from the new batch. So I was saying that Srishti, if you think that you can practice with Kumail, if it is feasible for you guys, I mean, if the offline classes are not feasible for you, if you think you can practice with Kumail, do practice for the interviews as well. That how
Okay.
you're going to present yourself, because very first question is tell me something about yourself. And here we are not talking about your hobbies and painting and listening music.
Right.
No, that you can cover. We are not bothered about that. That you can cover. I'm sure about that. Your technical work, how would you portray your technical work? You should not just say 2 words about, okay, I'm an Azure administrator. No, that should not be the way. In Azure Administrator, what do you do? At least you should take 5 to 10 minutes to explain yourself and your profile in everything. कि कहाँ से design आती है, what do you do, क्या क्या टास्क आते हैं, किस तरह से आते हैं, डिफिकल्ट टास्क कौन से होते हैं, इजी कौन से होते हैं, आप किस पे काम करते हो, उसको ये किसको नेक्स्ट लेवल पे किसको भेज देते हो, डेलीगेट किसको करते हो, लोअर लेवल पे किसको भेजते हो, ये सारा एक कॉम्बिनेशन एक पैराग्राफ जैसा होना चाहिए. सो इफ वी गेट टू चांस if you get a chance to work offline classes, I'll cover this. If not, if feasible to do it with Kumail, do that.
Okay, will do.
Right. So when you say this application performance monitoring, so from where will you monitor the performance? See, you're not expected to know everything which is there in their JD. Right now, when you start applying for the job, you will see JD will have n number of things. ऐसे लगेगा कोई NASA का scientist hire कर रहे हैं. Right? They will ask so many things. You're not expected to know that. They understand that you will learn few of them. They understand कि इनमें से कुछ आने भी नहीं वाला है. But something which you are writing on your resume, you should be well versed with it, because they did not ask you this, right? You mentioned that you
Right.
have been working. You're claiming here in writing that from January 2022 till date, and here that from July 2020 you have been working on this issue. So anything and everything what you have written here, you should be well versed with it thoroughly. Okay, so when you say performance monitoring, so what do you know by performance monitoring, or what do you understand? How do you explain that? How do you monitor the performance?
So we just check the overview and tell, is that? I'm
Do you
not
see?
seeing.
Do you see the what do you see? Do you see performance things anywhere? What are the metrics do you use for performance? Kamil, what are the metrics do we use for performance? Under monitoring, you can check logs.
Sorry,
That's
I
okay. I
think
thought.
it's mostly because I tried to unmute myself on the TV.
Mhm.
So I think the performance this whole topic is very vague to me. So, but still today I try to explain somehow that we see the performance of the machine, we see the efficiency of the machine,
Yeah,
we see
where do you
the
see the
IOPS,
performance? Yeah,
the input output of the
where do you see that? Where
under
do you see?
under monitoring, you'll see
Under monitoring, which option?
um, um, logs, no metrics, sorry.
And then
Yes. So here in metrics, you can add few things. You get an option that what do you want to see, किस चीज का performance आपको देखना है. इसमें भी आपको देखना है तो क्या देखना है कि कितना consume किया सब ये क्या, and then you will see you can enable. ये सब पहले से enable करके रखा था. We'll cover this again when it comes to monitoring. Monitoring section हमारा बाकी है, so we are going to cover that. But at least you should know when you claim something, you should be able to say. वो वैसे भी detail में नहीं पूछेंगे आपसे इतना, right? They will ask you कि okay, you are saying that you were responsible, or one of the responsibilities which you had or which you currently have in your job is system and application performance monitoring. So how you used to do it, then you can say under monitoring we used to use alert options or metrics. ये सबको हम करके देखेंगे कि insight कब use होगा, metrics कब use होगा, alert, everything ये सबको combine करके ही हम किसी का performance वगैरह ये करते हैं. But किसमें क्या specifically आता है, we will see that. But remember the monitoring part and metrics.
metrics. Okay.
What metrics? तो metrics में जब हम इसको detail में करेंगे that time I'll show it to you. But normally disk IOPS, disk IOPS हो सकता है. Then we can have CPU कितना consume हुआ है वो हो सकता है. Then we can
Today they
have
asked me this question.
who
They
else?
asked me how will you know toll group. So they asked me if
Yeah.
how will you know that you need a premium disk or do you need an SSD or that way. So one way I try to tell him that after we migrate, mostly this is either decided by the architects itself who do the manual assessment, or when during the assessment when we choose performance based assessment, at that time Azure automatically suggests which disks to go for. Or what we do is after the whole migration is done, we set up monitoring, and through that we see the IOPS and the performance and efficiency. And then through that we decide if it is an underperforming. So do we need to move upgrade it to a premier one or downgrade it? Or if it is a production server, then without doubt it would be a premium SSD. So I don't know if that answer is right.
No, it's okay. There's nothing right or wrong. See, it's completely depends on what do you do in your organization. Maybe in my organization, I can have a rule that for production server by default, I'm going to have premium disk. So that is fine. But yes, do not say anything with Microsoft's name unless you're sure. Do not say that it has to be it has to be premium disk because Microsoft recommends it. No, then they might ask you the KB and everything. जो Microsoft recommend कर रहा है, वहाँ पे Microsoft recommendation definitely बोलो. But even if you're saying that for production by default it is, उससे मतलब ये बोलो कि in our organization that we have already decided by default if it is a production environment it has to be this. ठीक है. So these are the metrics you can add in half an hour. We will be able to see the data here. Okay. But this is the way you can mention about your monitoring. Build new environment for development and test.
By the way, the interviewer. So the interviewer himself said that though we have mentioned so many things, but we don't expect anybody to know everything out there. So
Yes,
we
JD.
always expect that the candidate would join. Yeah, and he said that we expect the candidate to join and learn when this is. So all we are seeing is how good you are learning and how much do you already know.
Right, that's what. So JD, you simply deny to something. JD में 50 चीजें लिखी आप 20 को भी deny कर सकते हो. I don't know this, I don't know this, I don't know this. But something which you have written in your resume, you cannot deny that because you have mentioned that. So build of new environments of development and test in Azure, चाहे वो development के लिए हो, test के लिए हो, production के लिए हो. New environment build करना मतलब क्या होगा? It's the same thing, Srishti, we have just mentioned in some fancy words, some sugar coated words, some jargon, some technical words, but घुमा फिरा के ये सारी चीजें एक ही हो रही है, just to show your resume थोड़ा सा stylish, थोड़ा सा अच्छा दिखने के लिए. Okay, so when you say build of new environments, again it means networking, VNet बनाना, subnet बनाना, virtual machines
Okay.
बनाना, storage बनाना, which we have already mentioned here. राइट, इस सबको समराइज करके यहाँ पर लिख दिया. सो दीज आर सेम थिंग. अब वो टेस्ट के लिए भी बना रहे हो आप तो सेम ही होगा, नेमिंग कन्वेंशन अलग होंगे, बस आईपी एड्रेसेस अलग होंगे, बट मेथड तो जो है उसका वही होगा, प्लेटफॉर्म तो उसका वही होगा. डेवलपमेंट के लिए बना रहे हो आप वही होगा, प्रोडक्शन के लिए बना रहे हो तभी वही होगा. VMSS deployment, virtual machine scale set. This we are going to do with the load balancer. So these are today's topic. Today, tomorrow, मतलब जो भी है next topic हमारा ये है. VNet peering we have done, hub and spoke we will do it once. Similar है VNet peering से, बस छोटे मोटे दो चार options यहाँ वहाँ होंगे. Hub and spoke, VNet peering. Bastion, I'm not sure if you did we do Bastion?
No, we haven't.
Okay, so we'll cover the Bastion and hub and spoke. Responsible for managing network storage in Azure. Same thing again, storage की बात है. Available 24/7 on call, standby duty, and perform schedule changes. To perform on call, standby duty. You can keep this or you can remove it, up to you, because you're saying that you are an implementation team member. So implementation team को 24/7 की कोई खास जरूरत होती नहीं है. ठीक है. Schedule changes क्या होता है? Let's say that this of machine of mine, based on my metrics and something, I have decided कि इस machine में जो है 4 GB RAM है, but ये 4 GB से काम नहीं हो रहा है. I want to change it to 8 GB. So if we have to change the RAM of, okay, forget RAM. Okay, let's say that based on this metric or anything, application owner, architect, and they have decided that this machine's size is this one, general purpose, but this is not sufficient. We have to increase the machine size to this one. So will my machine reboot or not if I do the resize?
Yeah. It will reboot, right? So
Yes, Srishti, any confusion?
Yeah.
Resizing
No.
will reboot the machine for sure. Sometimes it happens, कभी कभार reboot नहीं करता है, but उसको आप एक, I won't officially call it glitch, but उसको glitch ही समझ लो आप.
Because last time when you tried on the class, it didn't reboot the machine.
That's what I'm saying. उसको आप glitch ही समझ लो. But in an official version, we'll always say it reboots. Even if it doesn't reboot, we will do the manual reboot. So whenever it comes to a machine resize, a reboot is needed. So if it is a production machine, can I reboot it in running hours, working hours? नहीं. तो उसके लिए क्या करते थे? Schedule a change. Change request is called CR, change request. There is one ECR, emergency change request. ठीक है. Change request के भी दो चार methods होते हैं. You can check some ITIL के दो चार आप ये देख लीजिए terminologies and you will understand. So that is what a change is. So when they say when you are saying here schedule changes, that perform schedule changes, exactly इसका मतलब यही होता है. Perform schedule changes मतलब looking at this machine we have decided कि इसका change size change होना चाहिए, but I will not immediately go ahead and do that. I will schedule it for maybe next Sunday because my application doesn't work on Sunday. बहुत कम लोड होता है तो ठीक है. Sunday IST 2 AM to 4 AM. This is the 2 hour slot I have given you. So उस पे एक पूरा चेंज बुक होगा, एक चेंज मीटिंग होती है. एवरीथिंग विल बी डिसाइडेड कि कौन कौन किस चीज के लिए रिस्पॉन्सिबल होता है. इस पे अगर कोई डेटाबेस है तो फर्स्ट विल रिक्वायर डेटाबेस टीम टू शट डाउन देयर डेटाबेस. डेटाबेस शट डाउन हो गया तो वी विल रिक्वायर सर्वर टीम टू शट डाउन देयर सर्वर. हम लोग यहाँ से डायरेक्टली Azure से शट डाउन नहीं करते. Someone from the server team logs into the server और OS को shut down करता है. Then you will stop your machine. Then you will change the size, and then you will turn on the machine. You'll send an email to everyone. Then वो लोग अपना database on करेंगे. Then there will be a testing team also जो application को test करके देखेगी. ये पूरा काम जो है 2 या 4 घंटे का change window, they call it change window. So this is what a change is. And when you say performing a scheduled change, this is what it means. And it could be anything. Slide से slide change भी जो है change के through जाता है बड़ी companies में. IP अगर address भी change करना हो, it will go through change. RAM कम ज्यादा करना, it will go through change. और बहुत ही crucial application है तो वहां पे disk भी add करना, वो भी change के through जाता है. Is it clear?
Yeah.
So this is what you mean when you say this sentence or this bullet point.
So do you want me to keep this point or to
Up to you.
remove it?
Up to you. I have explained it now. It's up to you. Do you find it difficult?
I removed that one actually.
Sorry.
Sorry, Kumar.
I'm saying I have removed that point just now.
Okay. So it's up to you, Srishti. If you're comfortable with this, you can keep it. Change क्या होता है बता दिया. It's nothing more. ऑल्ट्रेशन के अलावा कुछ नहीं है। आपकी मशीन में कभी रैम निकालना है, कभी रैम बढ़ाना है, कभी साइज चेंज करना है, कभी बढ़ाना है, रिसाइज करना है, इंक्रीज करना है, डिक्रीज करना है, डिस्क को रिमूव करना है, अपग्रेड करना है, मे बी Azure रिसोर्स को मूव करना है, एक वीनेट से दूसरे वीनेट पे ये करना है, एक रीजन से दूसरे रीजन में, रिसोर्स ग्रुप से दूसरे रिसोर्स ग्रुप में, किसी भी तरह का कुछ भी करना है ना आपको, उसका बैकअप पॉलिसी जो थी उसको चेंज करना है। एनीवेयर वेयर यू फील के कोई रनिंग प्रोसेस जो है वो हैम्पर हो सकता है, हेंस आई विल डू इट, जब मेरा ये होगा प्रोडक्शन एनवायरनमेंट रनिंग नहीं होगा या सबसे कम ट्रैफिक होगा, दैट इज कॉल्ड अ चेंज। और चेंज में बहुत सारी चीजें होती है। चेंज करने से पहले आप इसका स्नैपशॉट लेके रखते हो मशीन का, ताकि वॉट एवर चेंजेस यू हैव डन, if that doesn't work well, तो at least you have an option to roll back। तो उसको चेंज का रोल बैक प्लान बोलते हैं कि what is the roll back plan if change doesn't work। So you can say कि हमारे पास रोल बैक प्लान में most of the time we used to take a snapshot and if something doesn't work we used to restore it from there। इस तरह से you can say it। Remove this one for sure, no discussion on this one, remove it straight away।
Okay.
Sev 1 और
Okay.
Sev 2 tickets बहुत ही next level के issues होते हैं, and if the moment you mention this, interviewer will forget everything and he will start grilling you on this point। My personal experience I'm telling you, मुझको खुद को भी कोई resume दिखता है, so I start with this one। Okay, if you have worked on Sev 1 then I'm sure you know the Sev 1 issues। If you know the Sev 1 issues you know the troubleshooting, if you know the troubleshooting you'll know the in and out of the machine। Most of the issues जो है इसके भी next level के issues जो है वो आते हैं Sev 1 में। These issues
Okay.
which we have discussing, इसके बाद के issues आते हैं Sev 1। So remove this, completely remove this। Support का काम है, you can say हम लोग implementation team में Sev 1 आता कब है? This Sev is a short form for severity। Severity 1 या 2 का ticket कब आएगा? When your production server is down। You are saying that I am a part of implementation team। Implementation team मतलब मेरे पास एक नया diagram आया है, I am implementing that, right? उसको आप
Right.
implement
Yeah.
कर रहे हो, वो आज हो, 1 घंटे बाद हो, कल हो, I mean whatever the deadline is given to you। You have given a deadline, 5 server बनाने हैं, Friday evening तक का आपके पास time है, right? Let's say you got this project on Monday। Now it is up to you। आप मंडे को ही रात तक बैठ के पूरे के पूरे 5 VM बना लो और देन 4 दिन आराम करते रहो, बस अपने मैनेजर को पिंग करो और क्लाइंट को पिंग करो कि I'm working on it, that's it, that's up to you। That's how normally people do it if they are well versed with it, good with it। वो पांचों सर्वर्स एक साथ बना के एक ही दिन में करेंगे and then remaining for this वो आराम से बैठे हैं and they'll just keep on saying कि हाँ I'm working on this project। up to you। आप पूरे
Right.
4 दिन इनिशियल आराम कर लो, फ्राइडे को काम करो, that's up to you। no one is going to ask you कि इसके बीच में क्या हुआ। yes, if you miss the deadline then they are going to ask you। but on contrary Sev 1 में क्या है, आपका running production server down हुआ है। you cannot say that कि okay let it be, I'll come back and work on this tomorrow। you cannot do that। प्रोडक्शन सर्वर हैम्पर हुआ है, एग्जांपल फ्लिपकार्ट का बिग बिलियन डे है, करोड्स एंड बिलियंस एंड ट्रिलियंस का बिजनेस एक्सपेक्टेड है और फ्लिपकार्ट की वेबसाइट डाउन हो गई है। do you think they will let their engineers sit and do the work with their sweet time कि हाँ आप आराम से करो
No.
कभी भी नो, बिकॉज देयर बिजनेस इज गेटिंग हैम्पर्ड, करोड़ों का नुकसान हो रहा है। बुक माई शो फॉर दैट मैटर, छोटा सा है बट बुक माई शो का भी करोड़ों का नुकसान हो जाता है। स्विगी अगर आधा घंटा ये होगा, हाफ एन आवर का उसका बिजनेस जोमेटो ये कर लेगा, जोमेटो डाउन होगा स्विगी ये कर लेगा, कॉम्पिटिशन में चला जाएगा। पर्सनल एक्सपीरियंस के मैं बताता हूँ, पर्सनल नॉट माई पर्सनल, आई एम श्योर ऑल ऑफ यू मस्ट हैव एक्सपीरियंस दिस। आप एक दो बार गूगल पे ट्राई करो, इफ इट डजंट वर्क व्हाट विल यू डू? You're
Yeah,
trying
we
to make a
switched to
payment,
other.
exactly, you'll
Yeah.
switch to phone pay, paytm, जो भी next available option you will switch to that। there is a study which says clearly कि if there is a website which takes more than 7 seconds to open, uh, users are tend to move to an alternate website। example Amazon पे I want to purchase an iPhone, similar price on Amazon, similar delivery, सब कुछ same है, monetary difference हो तो that is a different thing, okay, but I have exact same offers on both websites and Amazon takes time more than 7 seconds to open, it is human tendency that I'll switch to Flipkart even if I'm sitting free, I'm sitting idle, I do not have any work, it is human tendency, okay, so that is the reason these are so highly Sev 1 tickets। so uh, those tickets, if you claim that you work on this, यहाँ पर you do not have liberty कि you'll go back, you'll read the article, you'll consult someone, no, यहाँ पर आपको अच्छे से सब कुछ पता होना चाहिए, right? So do not mention this, if you say this you will be questioned on many aspects which you will not be able to answer, so remove this
I'll
straight
remove
away।
this point. Yeah.
Attended daily service।
I just wanted to know from whose this one you got this 60. Did I share this resume with you
ये
or
मेरे
did our
Yeah.
last?
कुमेल
Yeah.
मेरे इसमें था ये।
Arbaz. Acha.
नहीं नहीं,
Yeah.
it's from mine. I think sample resume मैंने अपना सेव कर रखा है वहां पर.
Yeah,
Yeah, because
and
I got
same
scared
in
that
the same point Arbaz's resume also has.
हाँ नहीं, but I think मैंने ये सबके resume से निकलवाया है. Because
Okay.
इसमें बहुत difficult questions आते हैं. I have kept it because I have worked in a production environment. Architect वाला काम तो अभी ये कर रहा हूँ, उसके पहले मैंने production environment में काम किया, so we know how to do it, and it gives no doubt that it gives weightage to your profile. It gives confidence to the interviewer that if you have worked in production environment 7 पे आपने काम किया है, मतलब you know it in and out, you know it well. But at this stage, if you guys keep it unnecessary, इतने सारे questions आएंगे, you won't be able to answer. Right? So it doesn't make any sense. And the one thing that you are not hitting to that designation, आप support पे करो ना architect वाले पे करो, then why to take chances unnecessary? आपका काम अगर इतने points पे भी हो रहा है, you are getting similar package, so why to put this? Next one, attended daily service review or report. It could be anything. Change management meeting. Change management meeting, the one which I explained right here.
Yeah.
Right? So जो change आप perform कर रहे हो, उसकी एक meeting भी होती है. उसमें एक change manager होता है. एक CAB meeting it is called. CAB is change advisory board. CAB meeting होती है. I mean, you don't need to know everything. I'm just explaining it. So when you explain your resume, you should be able to portray that you have really worked, you know all these things. ठीक है. So change management meeting में एक meeting में 4 से 5 change discuss होते हैं. Not necessarily सारे आपकी टीम के होंगे. ठीक है. Change management सब टीम को ले लेता है. मे बी उसमें Linux का होगा, सर्वर विंडोज टीम होगी, उसमें स्टोरेज कोई होगा, उसमें Azure होगा, उसमें AWS, उसमें GCP, हर कोई टीम आएगा. बस your turn will come and they will call you. Okay, who's from Azure team? Let's say you are attending the call. You'll say, okay, I'm Srishti, I'm from Azure team. This is my change number. I'm representing this change. Okay, what is the change? You will explain. This is the machine name XYZ. This is the application. He's the application owner. Here we have the approval on email. I have attached that email to the change. Change is nothing but एक ticket जैसा दिखेगा. Service request में जो tickets होते हैं ना आपके service now में, उस तरह सा tickets वगैरह की तरह दिखेगा. So you can mention I have attached an approval वगैरह ये सब कर रखा है. So what is the change? Change is that we are planning to resize the machine. Okay, what the rollback plan do you have? I'll take a snapshot of the machine. ये सब explain कर लिया. The कैब जो होता है वो उसको रिव्यू करेगा एंड द चेंज मैनेजर ही विल ऑथराइज द चेंज. ओके, आई हैव सीन इट, अप्रूवल वगैरह है, ऑथराइज इट. तो जो भी चेंज का टाइम होगा, लेट्स से देयर आर टू और मे बी मल्टीपल methods are here, not methods, multiple steps are here. One is discussing with client, another one is creating a change, presenting the change. So this what I'm discussing is presenting the change. So let's say you are presenting, you will mention everything. Okay, ये होगा, वहां पर होगा, and there you will mention one name also.
Uh,
Where did you
Hello?
lose? Yeah, where did you lose? Did you understand the change management?
Yeah,
No,
I
that's
did
where he will
understand.
mention the name.
No, I understand the change management meeting. Actually, my internet got disconnected.
Okay, no, that's okay, that's okay. But where did you lose? I just, so I'll repeat.
Change management
So I was saying the
meeting.
change management meeting में, if you are a presenter and you will present, you will mention all these things. Rollback plan ये है, this is the plan, this is the approval I have attached to the ticket, and there you will mention that this member from my team will be available according to the change time. Let's say change time, you are in this shift, and say change time is Saturday 3 a.m. So if you are in this shift 5 o'clock, your shift will end at 2 o'clock, right? So you will say that another member from my team XYZ Kumail, he will be performing the change. तो change performer के नाम पे उसका नाम जाएगा. Then there will be someone from the testing team also. He'll say, okay, I will be available for the testing. उसमें वो सारी चीजें होती है. This is how you present the change. How to perform a schedule change, we already explained. उस टाइम पे जाके आपको बस वो पोर्टल पे चेंजेस करना है. So either you can perform the change and you can implement change. कुछ भी कर सकते हो इसमें. ठीक. But you can say very bluntly and clearly कि change बहुत कम काम आता है. Again, why? चेंज का काम वहां पर होता है जब प्रोडक्शन एनवायरनमेंट में सर्वर चला जाता है. चेंज का काम भी सपोर्ट टीम करती है. यू गाइस कैन से कि हम जब इंप्लीमेंट कर देते हैं, इंप्लीमेंट करने के बाद हाइपर केयर पीरियड होता है 1-2 वीक का, और कोई लास्ट डे पे ऑलमोस्ट कोई बताता है और बहुत बड़ा चेंज है, देन वी डू द चेंज मैनेजमेंट. अदरवाइज व्हाइल इंप्लीमेंटिंग, आपने एक 2 GB रैम की मशीन बना दी, मुझको इमीडिएटली पिंग कर दिया और क्लाइंट को दैट योर मशीन इज रेडी. आई चेक एंड आई से नहीं यार 2 GB नहीं चलना, इसको लेट्स मेक इट 4 GB. The machine is not in production. You don't need to take a snapshot. You can simply delete that machine and create a new one. So you don't require a change for that, right? सो ये आप अपने हिसाब से कहीं पर भी बना लो, किस चीज के लिए आप चेंज करते थे, किसके लिए नहीं. दैट इज अप टू यू. एवरी कंपनी विल हैव देयर ओन एजेंडा, everyone will have their own steps, their own process. So it's up to you. But do you understand the change? Did you get it?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So this is how DSR में यही सब होता है. DSR में कि यार DSR इज डेली सर्विस रिव्यू, कि आज आपने कितना काम किया, या फिर मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम ये होता है शिफ्ट से पहले. ठीक है, आज ये है, हम लोगों के पास आज 4 सर्वर बनाने की रिक्वेस्ट है, 2 स्टोरेज अकाउंट है, इसमें से ये प्रायोरिटी पे है, यू वर्क ऑन दिस, यू वर्क ऑन दिस. मतलब काम का डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन, कोई नया अपडेट आया है, कुछ आया है कि ओके नेक्स्ट टाइम इफ एनी वर्क कम फ्रॉम क्लाइंट के, कुमेल वाले क्लाइंट से कोई काम आता है, सो फर्स्ट वी विल चार्ज टू दिस प्रोजेक्ट. ये वो जिस भी तरह की जो भी अपडेट होती है, ब्रीफिंग समझ लीजिए आप. दैट इज योर डेली सर्विस रिव्यू. Here we also have WSR, which is weekly, MSR monthly. You can mention, you can't you can explain, up to you.
Okay.
As your site recovery, as a part of project, we have set up the site recovery using service recovery vaults for multiple kinds. So this we already explained, right? Previous topic yahi tha, so I don't think so
Yeah.
I have to explain it again. VM migration we are going to cover. We in the project we migrated 30. ठीक है, I'll explain this project. VM. Okay, one more question, guys. One more
Actually,
point.
so मैंने वो VMware से हटा के Hyper-V कर दिया वो. That's okay ना? Because I don't know much about VMware.
That's okay, up to you. Doesn't matter. You don't have to do, even if it has Hyper-V. When that part comes जहाँ पे आप वो appliance को install करते हो, उसके आगे का काम Hyper-V टीम का होगा. If you're claiming
Okay.
VMware, इसके आगे का काम VMware की टीम का होगा. You are not a part of that. I have been saying this many times that you are not, you as in
Right.
not anyone individually, you are not the Superman of the infrastructure. काम divided होता है, migration भी divided होगा. आप सिर्फ Azure पोर्टल तक का ही काम करोगे. अप्लायंस जो है वो इंस्टॉल होने के बाद, मे बी सृष्टि, if you're not getting it, you will understand it when we do the migration. There is a step where we install, when we download an appliance, and that appliance needs to be installed maybe on one of the on-premises servers. जहां से मैं 30 सर्वर्स उठा रहा हूं, उनमें से किसी एक सर्वर पे उसको इंस्टॉल करना होता है. अगर वो on-premises पे हो तो विंडोज टीम करेगी, if those are Windows servers. अगर वो VMware पे है तो VM टीम करेगी. If it is on Hyper-V तो Hyper-V की टीम करेगी, कुमेल. So it doesn't matter, you write Hyper-V, you write VMware, you write on-premises. आपका काम ही नहीं है वो. आपका काम है उस अप्लायंस को डाउनलोड करना. उसका मेथड सिमिलर है, उसको आप उसके बाद कहीं पर भी दो. इंस्टॉलेशन का मेथड अलग हो सकता है, यू डोंट इवन नीड टू नो. ओके.
Okay. So sorry, I'm again interrupting. This cab meetings and all which you explained, right? In all scripts, I did the same thing when it came to, for us to delete something or update something in SQL. So I know the process. So something that I can add from this side, like from
हाँ,
your
why not?
knowledge.
See, cab is nothing specific to Azure or cloud or
Yeah.
AWS. It's ITIL
Correct.
process. It applies to every aspects of industry, information technology वाला. ITIL का मतलब ये information technology library, ये
Yeah.
infrastructure
So
library,
because
right?
आज उन लोग ने
So
मेरे को पूछा उसके बारे में, do you know ITIL? I like, see, I did it very long time ago, but I understand we use service now, so I know incidents, requests, tasks. ये मैं सिर्फ इसके बारे में भूल गया. Just now you told about CAP, now I know that because I went
we'll
through the
cover
whole
that
process
again.
of CAP.
हाँ, ये लोगों का
Okay.
जब इंटरव्यू सेशन करेंगे ना हम, तो इसको मैं और थोड़ा डिटेल में कवर करूंगा. आज तो बस हम लोगों के पास कोई है नहीं, so I thought let's take this one. Sorry. VM migration in project, we migrated 30 VM. We'll discuss this. This one I was talking about. They will ask you that where have you worked mostly? Infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, software as a service. So you always stick to infrastructure as a service, okay? Because mostly we have focus, जितना अब तक हम course करते आए हैं, this is majorly focused on infrastructure as a service. आज के बाद, आज के सेशन के बाद जो हम करने वाले हैं ना, those are platform as a service.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll be doing that. Managing Azure subscription, repetition, defining RBAC role. I hope you know the RBAC roles, right? We have covered this. Determining when to use network security group. We have done this. Instead of determine when to use, you can just say implement. Why do you want to
Okay.
get into that role where you determine? Because if you put these words that you use to determine, then they will ask you what is the benchmark? What are the assessments you have done? How do you decide, right? I hope you're getting the point.
Yeah. We'll edit it out.
So in all of the sentences, make sure that you focus on implementation. Then implementing virtual machine skill set will do this. Recovery vault backup replication, done this.
So Sohail, one more thing I wanted to ask is pricing and all is like more important, like to know.
No, but you should know from where to get it.
Okay.
From where do you get it? Azure calculator, that's all. Rest you don't have to worry. Because it doesn't come to you.
Right.
Okay, then recovery vault backup replication, designed and implemented various storage solution using blob and file storage. So maybe you can remove design.
Mhm.
Implemented is enough. Above also remove the determine. You mostly focus on implementation part. Application
Okay.
requirement and cost effective solution. Here again implemented high availability solutions. Okay. This we will do. Load balancer वगैरह सब हम करने वाले हैं. Deploying virtual machine, deploying VM, VNets, fine. Backing up. It is okay. This is okay. Hands-on experience creating VM, that is okay. Good knowledge and troubleshooting VM slowdown. Remove this. Yeah, unless you have that knowledge. Good understanding of Azure PaaS and Azure App Services. This is also fine. Or understanding. This is also fine. Good understanding up to you. Okay, guys. So do you want to continue the classes for the load balancer, or should we do it on Monday?
It's on you. I think there's
I am
no
okay,
one
but
from
there
the
is
new
no one, right?
batch.
I'll have to repeat. So let's do it on Monday. We'll finish it
Yeah.
for today.
So can you take those migration or offline classes on weekdays? Are you comfortable?
I am, but how about others? This is about to finish. Let's maybe we can discuss this on in group WhatsApp or something. I
Okay.
am comfortable in any day. I'll check with the others as well.
Sure, sure.
So I'll upload today's session as interview preparation session 1, and load balancing will start tomorrow.
Okay.
Monday. I mean,
Monday. Right?
yeah. Bye.
Thank you, sir.